104.1 KRBE. It's the Roula Ryan Show. Is that the last time I'm ever going to say that again?
What's the big announcement?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What is going to change our world forever? Well, this is a two-part announcement.
It
the
is.
first part doesn't change the world forever. It's the second part. But the first part, I would like to tell you guys that after all these years of us being here on the air in Houston, Texas, which we have loved every second of it.
It's been probably the highlight of our lives.
I mean,
my
this
gosh,
is the
yeah.
majority of our life. And, you guys have lived through everything with us, whether you wanted to or not.
Marriage,
And we've
divorce,
lived-
birth, death, you name
Yes.
it, everything. All the things that everybody else shares.
And we've lived a lot with you guys. We are very happy to announce that here on the Roula Ryan Show, we have agreed to extend our contract with KRBE for 5 more years.
You can't get rid of us.
5 more
And believe me,
years.
You've tried. I've seen some of these tests.
So somebody has to make a note right now, though. You diehards out there, be like, okay, it's 2025, 5 more years. So should I start doing like a clock watch in 2024? Like when should I be nervous?
Oh, yeah,
Oh my
that's like-
God.
Because it's contracts.
Have
right?
you? I mean, I can't wrap my brain around that. When we started the show in 2003, did you ever think that we'd be going till 2030?
No, because I always thought
That's
I was,
insane.
2030.
I never thought I'd live this long. So
Oh my God, Mr. Morbid.
I know.
Stop.
Yeah,
Right.
don't sour
I never
this.
thought, but no.
This is the man that when he got married, he told everybody at the reception, well, it's like my funeral, but I'm alive to see it.
because everyone was saying nice
Everyone
things.
was saying nice things about me. It's all my worlds. We're like,
Now,
all right, Mr.
I will say
Morbid.
this too. This show, with Roula, Ryan, Kevin, and Eric, we have to be the longest running show with the 4 people.
Yes, the same 4 people.
Without a cast
18
change?
years. It's been
'Cause
18 years. with
Every
the-
show
with
that's on the
4 of
market,
us.
They
they've
rotate people out.
fired people, blowing people out, cutting costs.
Uh-huh.
Right, and there could be like a name of a show, but all the players within that show have rotated out except for one.
Like 10 times over.
They've even had
so for
shows
me,
where...
Ryan, Eric, and Kevin, it's been 18 solid years of the 4 of us.
Yeah, where the people aren't even on the show and it's their name. Isn't that
yeah.
crazy if you think about it? But quick little history lesson here. So Roula and I began the show in 2003. Now, from the
January
get-go,
13th.
I always had Eric in mind. Eric and I became friends 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And we worked in a building in Dallas together, a company that owned several radio stations. And I always thought to myself, my God, his work ethic is amazing. And he's got such great ideas. I really want to work with him. And
Okay,
I
now hold
remember
on. I'm going to interrupt you. You know why? Because people are texting, wait, that doesn't change the show that y'all extended. Hold on, it's coming.
It's
I said
coming.
it's part 2.
It's coming. It's
It's
part
part
of the
2.
story.
Just
I know
give it
people-
a second.
this is
Give
part
it
of
a
the
second.
story, okay? So, we would go to a local bar and have beers and discuss, like, hey, we really want to work together one day.
Yeah, we're like, someday we're going to do a show together.
We're going to do a show together. So Roula was in Philadelphia. I was in Los Angeles. We were working at different radio stations. We were flown in. Roula and I didn't really know each other. We did an audition in the middle of the night on an AM radio station. They liked
and
what
I went
they
by
heard.
Rachel because I couldn't let my KRBE friends know that I was back in town doing anything. I couldn't let anybody know I was doing anything because I was still contracted in Philadelphia. So I was Rachel.
We did this audition.
funny?
They liked what they
Rachel.
heard. They offered us the job. We came in and immediately knew a piece was missing. And
well, we knew
we
we
had
needed
to
an
have a
executive
producer.
We just didn't know who. And look, my experience on the East Coast, I had run into some producers that I knew there. I had never heard of Eric. And Ryan said, hey, there's a guy in Dallas I worked with. I said, sure, great. What I did know behind the scenes is that Ryan's blowing up Eric and he's giving him bits. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine.
'Cause at first it didn't start till like April 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, I started January 7th.
I didn't know
Because
that.
him, Ryan and I were working.
Yeah, I
I
was
was doing a
talking
nice
to
show in Dallas, and then I was helping. I'm like, oh my God, this is a
This
lot
guy
of
gonna
work.
kick me some
But
cash or what?
But I kept my word.
No, you
I
kept the
said,
word.
I'm bringing you in, buddy. You've got to be our producer.
So-
and oddly enough, it's so funny because anybody that listens to the show knows that Eric and Roula are a family. You two are probably closer than anybody in the whole building.
Well, because yes,
Yeah.
And you
Eric's
guys are
wife is
tied
is
together.
my family childhood, my sister's friend, so it all connects. So when Eric joined our show, Ryan and I were by ourselves on the air. Eric was behind the scenes. He didn't really come on to the mic a lot, and then it just transitioned naturally. Where Eric, we would just talk to him, and then Eric was on. Eric was
you'd
on.
hear me
Eric
like,
was on.
because I wanted you guys, like, it's a new show, new voices.
Had to establish.
It's Roula and Ryan, focus on those two. And you kind of
And
hear
then
people in the
bring in the
background,
other-
bring in once in a while
Yeah,
people.
right. So then as our show has grown, Eric has been the solid, and I have said this many times over, and I'll say it always. I will stand by the statement that Eric is the #1 executive producer in morning radio, and people don't really understand what that means. What is an executive producer? Is he our boss? On Dumb Question Amnesty, people are like, is he your boss? I'm like, well, yeah, he's kind of bossy. But, he is the creative force. I mean, we're all creative forces.
No, we have a great
you need
team.
somebody to kind of,
everybody works behind the
forge
scenes.
ahead and give you ideas of what
I always say
is
like
good.
33%, us three.
Yeah, and he keeps
When it comes to ideas, because you need, if you have two people, then they can really butt heads. Nothing gets done with three.
You need a tiebreaker.
You need a
And
tiebreaker.
Eric is our bad guy when we need him to be. We're like, oh, I don't know. You need to talk to our executive producer about that. And then he'll be like the one that like steers the ship in and out of the door. Like, okay, hey guys, come over here to like whoever's visiting or things like that. So after all these years, and this is not the first time we thought of this, right? We have been talking about what we're about to tell you. I think probably the last 2 contracts. Because we've had many contracts. And so
That's how it works in 5-year intervals.
Yes, and now that we
If you're
have
lucky.
agreed
Well,
to another,
If you're lucky.
if you're
Most
lucky.
shows-
Most shows like a year and a
don't.
half or 2 years or 3
Yeah.
years. And so for this next contract, we said, okay, well, we are a family, and Eric has been such a driving force since the beginning. So if we're going to do another contract, we want to change the name of this show, and we are going to call it the Roula Ryan Show with Eric!
Whoa. Those are not gunshots. Those are confetti cannons.
Kevin Shelby.
And mine is failing.
Because I have one bad hand. I
Mine
can't
doesn't
aim.
work. Look, Ahmad's doesn't work, and mine doesn't work. Confetti in the studio.
Wow, that's-
It's the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric officially, and I still can't get my
yeah.
confetti popper to go.
And that was the expensive one there.
I don't know. Somebody do that.
They're really hard.
Hey, we've
What
gone
did
the
I
distance. Can we play some examples of what things are going to
the
sound
reason
like?
we said the show is never going to be the same is
man.
because it's not the Roula and Ryan Show anymore. It's the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. It's Roses on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. It's Revenge on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. It's the prank call on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric featuring
Oh, he
Special
does
K.
great prank calls.
Like things
Oh,
like
hell
that. It's the name change of the show. It's well deserved. Eric is epic. And I've said for years, hey, and listen, a lot of people in showbiz, like their egos, like, well, I need my name to be the only name and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know, listen, Ryan and I have been saying for years, Eric, we should put your name on the show because you are the third.
Well, how about let's let him
name.
talk here for a second. Speech.
I just want to say I'm nervous as all hell because you know me. Even when I was acting, and I always want to be like the second person. I never want to be the main person.
You don't want to be a lead?
I never want to be the
Supporting
lead.
actor.
I love producing. I love being part of this show. I love this team. I love Roula, Ryan, Special K, Sam, Ahmad, Irvin, all the people from the past, Mojo, Christina, Phoenix. You guys have made my job so much easier than any producing job I've ever had. And it still hasn't hit me yet because it's something that deep down, I guess you want it, but you don't ever say it. And I know like my parents are looking down. Like,
Aw.
I know my mom would be very happy. She loves this type of stuff.
They're proud
Because
of
my
you.
my brother-in-law, he was in radio, and I remember we'd go to the mall, and she'd like, "No, we can't go in yet. We got to hear Pete do his little, talk up the song,
Oh, how
Led Zeppelin or
cute.
something."
Oh, how cute.
So I just wish that part of my life they could see it.
They're with you.
But I'm just, I appreciate you guys taking a chance on me 20-some years ago. The listeners have been so kind. Just a dream come true for me. I just want to thank you guys, Roula and Ryan, because you don't have to do this. And the show is branded as Roula and Ryan. We'll go down as Roula and Ryan, but to do that really means a lot to me, shows a lot. Because like Roula said, there's a lot of ego in this business. And you have to have it. You have to have a thick skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you'll get attacked on social media all the time. I'm
By
like, sure, I'll
me.
get attacked now. Who cares? It's fine. But I love working with you guys every day. And I want to also thank Alex and Leslie that run our station here because they could have said no. Our bigwigs at Cumulus too. They see my value and what I've been bringing because I work my ass off. I will say it.
Yeah.
I work my ass off for
You do.
for you guys. Everyone here, I love you all. And it wouldn't happen if it wasn't for Roula, Ryan, Kevin, Sam, Ahmad, Irvin. Thank you for making this little farm guy from Illinois have a dream. I didn't even know this was a dream. Like, I never thought I'd have my name on a show.
Oh,
Yay!
congratulations.
I appreciate it.